It's been a long time. Time don't stop. It's been a long time. Yeah, come on. Take this from me. Yeah. Hey, yo, it's my life, my time, my rights, my rhymes, my grind, my struggle, hustle, sweat in my blood too. A predator smells fear, and I smell a lot. My competitors fled scared, cause they smelled I was hot. I want it all. Excess, the sex, much success, stress sucks. I want it all, no less. So come on.
What up? It's your boy T-Man Reaction. Today is Wrestle Wednesday, but it's a Royal Rumble edition of Wrestle Wednesday, where most of the majority of my videos are based off of the infamous Royal Rumble. And we're on now. One thing about Royal Rumble is awesome that the winner with the winner of the Rumble at time going to WrestleMania, a chance of winning the title. But sometimes there's time when sometimes that winner are instantly regretted by WWE. Due to numerous reasons. Well, too, and we're gonna find out when we check out 9 times WWE instantly regretted the winner. So without further ado, let's get it.
9 times WWE instantly regretted the Royal Rumble winner, Edge, in 2021. When Edge won the 2021, or the COVID Royal Rumble as some call it, fans were very pleased. Edge's journey back to the world title picture was definitely a WrestleMania-worthy storyline, and Edge versus
Because you know why. You know, Ryan. At the time, you know why.
Roman Reigns would be a welcome main event for WrestleMania 37. But the issue here was that Vince McMahon was fully invested in the idea of a Daniel Bryan versus Reigns feud, and McMahon devoted all resources to the angle following the 2021 Rumble. This put McMahon in a difficult position.
Hold on a second. Backs had to take loan up because his mom's here. So anyway, let's keep going. Yup, one because of Roman. That time here, Roman, and the other time is they added Dan Bryan as well too. So yeah.
Position, and it was almost as if overnight.
Don't get me started how I dealt with some certain dickhead fans over that nonsense. Call me Hill for doing that, whatever too, but whatever.
He had regrets about making Edge the 2021 Rumble winner, and he proceeded to go into an alternative direction for the biggest show of the year. Whilst Edge would indeed still be officially the #1 contender for WrestleMania, WWE would add Daniel Bryan to the match. McMahon's infatuation with Bryan in 2021 was a far cry from the days when McMahon believed that Bryan wasn't even a main eventer, as he was now changing the WrestleMania main event plans to incorporate one of his favorite stars. The triple threat match received universal praise from fans, and the singles match between Reigns and Edge would eventually go down at the 2021 Money in the Bank event. Charlotte Flair in 2020. One of the common complaints relating to WWE during Vince McMahon's final few years in charge was that every major decision seemed spontaneous and the company lacked any long-term storytelling. In 2020, the initial plans for the 2020 Women's Royal Rumble were going to see Shayna Baszler win the match and challenge Becky Lynch at WrestleMania 36. McMahon would change these plans and instead go with Charlotte Flair. This led to confusion amongst fans, as it was unclear where Flair would fit in the title picture at WrestleMania, and WWE creative were also confused, as it was even claimed that the two respective main roster title matches were set for WrestleMania. It's likely that McMahon got cold feet in relation to Baszler, and he opted for the safe choice with Flair. The problem was that McMahon was then tasked with placing Flair in the title match, and he decided to move forward with Flair challenging for the NXT Women's title, which was suddenly being labeled as an equivalent title to the main roster's championships. When it comes to Flair's win, it wasn't necessarily a case that WWE regretted the booking call, it was more of a case that her win created nothing but headaches for the creative team. Lex Luger in 1994. And whilst it was clear that WWE wanted Lex Luger to be the next top babyface in the company, there was always some hesitation in going all the way. At the 1994 Royal Rumble, WWE would decide to have both Luger and Bret Hart win the respective matchup. As a result of this historic booking call, both men would challenge for the WWE Championship in 2 distinct singles matches at WrestleMania 10. Now Luger would fail in his attempt to become WWE Champion at WrestleMania, whilst Hart would be successful and would close out WrestleMania 10 as WWE Champion. WWE realized in the matter of weeks after WrestleMania that Hart was the right guy to carry the company, and that the Luger experiment was never going to succeed. In hindsight, WWE should have proceeded with the solo Rumble win for Hart, yet there may have been a glimmer of hope that Luger could finally attain the popularity they desired. Shinsuke
I heard there's a veil out with him coming out with the title as well too as a test, and he didn't get that much reaction. So yeah, I think that also was contributed to it too. So a video I don't know where it's on YouTube or something like that. Of Lex Luger coming out with the champions to test for like a test run or something like that around fans, and he wasn't gonna allow pop. That's the other reason that kind of contributed to it, which sucks, but still.
Nakamura in 2000.
Plus, I also heard that even though he was a babyface, he turned babyface from his original narcissist character. He was still kind of a narcissist outside the ring. I heard, in a way.
2018. Shinsuke Nakamura winning the 2018 Rumble was a huge deal, and it was a sign that WWE were going to push Nakamura heavily as they approached WrestleMania 34.
That year, they did both him and Oscar dirty. Eventually he'll turn heel at WrestleMania, but still, before that, I thought they did him dirty for real, man. Because both of them both Roman being Japanese, we thought we might see some history, but nope. Vince being Vince is almost like.
Nakamura vs AJ Styles was a certified dream match for WrestleMania 34, and fans were convinced that the match was destined for the main event slot. However, just weeks after Nakamura's world title win, it became apparent that Roman Reigns vs Brock Lesnar was going to be the main event of the show. It was almost as if
just because of Brock at the time, the memories of him holding the Universal title hostage. Oh man! And then years later, the guy he faced would do the same thing when he turned heel for a while.
WWE wanted Reigns to win the Rumble, but they didn't want to have the crowd to have a negative stance on the victory. This theory was supported by the fact that Nakamura didn't win at WrestleMania, and he never managed to capture the WWE title in his numerous attempts throughout 2018. Rey Mysterio in 2006. And there were a lot of staff members backstage in WWE that were fully behind a Rey Mysterio push in 2006. Mysterio was insanely popular, especially with the younger demographic, and a lot of internal people in WWE believed that Mysterio had the tools to be a main event star. The one man that didn't share this belief was Vince McMahon. McMahon didn't believe that Mysterio had the size or stature to be a world champion.
Vince.
And when McMahon reluctantly agreed to have Mysterio win the Royal Rumble, it took literally days for McMahon's regret and resentment to come out via Mysterio's booking. He would often look like a joke, and WWE fans had a tough task in taking him seriously in the role due to this backwards booking. The same can be said for Mysterio's eventual title win. Although Mysterio won the world title at WrestleMania 22, it was against McMahon's vision, so McMahon decided to book Mysterio as if he was a total afterthought. Ronda Rousey in 2022. WWE was under the impression that fans would be delighted to see Ronda Rousey return at the 2022 Rumble. Whilst granted, Rousey's initial pop was impressive, the fans lost interest the moment she began to wrestle, and as her in-ring work had dramatically regressed, and she looked completely lost in the match. Rousey would win the annual matchup, which was heavily bashed by fans, as was seen by many as Sasha Banks' year to finally win the Rumble and challenge for the women's title at WrestleMania. It was also reported that WWE didn't have Rousey's WrestleMania plans locked in, which was baffling, as why on earth would you book a wrestler to win the Rumble if you don't know what their WrestleMania direction is going to be? Rousey's booking was truly bizarre leading up to WrestleMania 38, as it would be hard to tell if she was supposed to be a babyface or a heel, and her eventual WrestleMania match with Charlotte Flair wouldn't be at the level fans expected.
It was definitely her. When they trying to have her face for a while, it definitely was like kind of questionable as well too. Then they have the little thing between her and Shayna as well. Yeah, it was just a little.
He indicated that WWE regretted going all the way with Rousey in terms of the Rumble win was the fact they booked her to lose at WrestleMania, and it definitely felt that they were making up their creative as they went along. Alberto Del Rio in 2011. John Cena was a firm favourite for the 2011 Royal Rumble win. Fans knew that Cena vs The Miz was planned for WrestleMania 27's main event months in advance. It therefore came as a somewhat welcome surprise that WWE decided to go with Alberto Del Rio as the eventual winner. Whilst they were high on Del Rio from his initial debut, based on his booking following the win, it was a given that he would be walking out of WrestleMania 27 as world champion, and WWE were evidently still unsure if he was ready to be a main eventer. WWE would also place his eventual world title match against Edge in the opening slot of WrestleMania, which was perhaps a sign that WWE had a lack of faith in the matchup. WWE would rinse and repeat this cycle with Del Rio over and over again, and whilst he would indeed ultimately commit to making Del Rio world champion, he never truly lived up to the heights and expectations that WWE had initially envisioned. Batista in 2014. WWE was sent into utter turmoil following the 2014 Rumble. Not only was a consensus to the Rumble overwhelmingly negative, but CM Punk had walked out of the company. The heroic babyface Batista, who had been chosen as the winner of the match,
this is the one. This is the one. This is the one, yup.
WWE fans were set on Daniel Bryan main eventing WrestleMania 30, and whilst they had respect for Batista, they all knew it was Bryan's time in the spotlight. WWE clearly knew they made a fatal mistake, and due to Punk walking out as well as a negative reception to Batista's win, an audible was called and the WrestleMania direction was changed. Batista would still get his world title match, however Bryan would be added to the matchup, and now a new main event of WrestleMania 30 would be a triple threat showdown between Batista, Bryan, and reigning world champion Randy Orton. And Cody Rhodes in 2024. Triple H was put into an incredibly problematic position at the 2024.
Oh yeah, that whole nonsense with Rock. Oh yeah, that nonsense, y'all. Okay, I'm about to say, hold on, they really trying. Off for a minute, I thought they about to turn. But I was about to say they turned on Cody too. Like no, that whole nonsense.
Triple H had heard that The Rock may be available for WrestleMania 40, and if this was indeed the case, Roman Reigns versus The Rock was set to main event night 2 of the show. However, the game had penciled in a Cody Rhodes Rumble win, and the game was intending Rhodes to finish his story at Mania. Just a matter of days after Rhodes' win, The Rock confirmed his availability to WWE, and his match versus Reigns was now on. This meant that Triple H had given the Rumble win to a wrestler that wasn't even going to be able to fight for the WWE title on the grand stage, and this would no doubt have given him sleepless nights. According to Triple H, he believed that having Rhodes lose the Rumble match would damage him, and he wanted to move forward coming out of that Rumble win. From The Rock's side, his camp believed that the easiest thing to do was to have CM Punk win, but even if Triple H went down that route, it would have led to issues, as Punk was greatly injured at the Rumble and wouldn't have even made it to WrestleMania. WWE would come up with this angle on SmackDown where Rhodes would give away his WrestleMania spot to The Rock. The angle turned into one of the most detested angles in WWE history, and the fans were close to rioting. Due to this, the plans changed and Rhodes vs Reigns 2 would come back into the picture, whilst The Rock would then turn heel. Whilst this was a WrestleMania setup like no other, it created some of the most exciting television imaginable leading up to WWE's annual spectacle. But there you have it, folks. 9 times WWE believed joined us.
Oops, I didn't mean to hit that, but yeah, there you have it though. Still, for a minute I was like, wait, what do you mean about Cody Rhodes? Oh, because of the whole debacle before he won the titles. Yes. And that guy he's doing good. And to me, it ain't just to me, it's other people. He's doing this good. The best thing he got going right now, and he's doing great. It's nerve-wracking, but the story between him and Kevin has definitely been one of his best ones for sure. You know what I mean? So I like where it's going. I feel like it can go nowhere but up this going after this though. Like I said, I feel like Cody should win. I don't think he should lose as well too, because we still should, especially now, you might get him and CM Punk though. Hopefully Punk stay healthy. That's all. Other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T for signing off. One love.